Roger Waters got a needle jabbed into his stomach before a concert, felt his entire body go numb, and walked onto the stage anyway. A decade later, he turned that experience into one of the greatest songs in rock history, and then almost destroyed the band making it. The year is 1977. Pink Floyd are on their massive In the Flesh tour in Philadelphia. Roger Waters is too sick to perform, doubled over backstage with severe stomach cramps. A doctor gives him an injection of tranquilizers to get him through the show. The needle goes in. His body goes numb. He walks out onto the stage in front of thousands of people and performs the entire set feeling almost nothing. That feeling, that eerie disconnection between his body and the world around him, stayed with him for years. When he sat down to write The Wall in 1979, it became the emotional core of the album's most important moment. The Wall is a concept album about a rock star named Pink who builds an invisible wall between himself and the rest of the world. By the time the album reaches Comfortably Numb, Pink has completely collapsed. He cannot go on stage. A doctor is called to his hotel room and injects him with something to get him through the show. Roger Waters sings the doctor's lines. David Gilmour sings Pink's lines. Two men who could barely stand each other in the studio split the song between them, and somehow created the most celebrated moment of Pink Floyd's entire career. The song originally had nothing to do with The Wall at all. David Gilmour had written the chord sequence for his own debut solo album in 1978 and could not find a place for it. He brought it to the Pink Floyd sessions as a leftover. Roger Waters initially did not want it. Producer Bob Ezrin fought for it, telling Waters the song had too much potential to throw away. Waters eventually agreed, but only on his own terms. He titled the working version The Doctor and insisted on writing all the lyrics himself. Then came the fight. Waters and Gilmour had completely opposite visions for how the song should sound. Gilmour wanted something stripped back, lean, hard-edged. Waters and Ezrin wanted a lush orchestral arrangement with strings by Michael Kamen. Neither man would back down. Gilmour later described it as a real arm wrestle. Waters said it was probably one of the stories where his memory and Gilmour's memory are almost exactly the same. The argument went on for days. They recorded two completely separate versions of the song. Eventually, they had no choice but to edit the two takes together. The first verse is from Gilmour's version. The second verse is from Waters' version. The final song is literally two different recordings stitched together because two men refused to lose. David Gilmour's guitar solo is now ranked the fourth greatest guitar solo in the history of rock by Guitar World magazine, and was voted the greatest guitar solo of all time by listeners of Planet Rock Radio. What most people do not know is that the solo does not exist as a single performance. Gilmour went into the studio and recorded 5 or 6 complete solos back-to-back. Then he listened to all of them, marking each bar with 2 ticks for exceptional, 1 tick for good, and a cross for anything unusable. Then he cut between them, splicing the best moments from different takes together into one seamless performance. The solo that sounds like one continuous emotional journey was built in pieces, like a jigsaw puzzle of emotion assembled in an editing suite. On the live Wall tour, the staging around Comfortably Numb became legendary. A 35-foot wall was built across the stage during the show, physically separating the band from the audience. Waters sang his doctor lines in a single spotlight below the wall. Then Gilmour was raised from behind the wall on a hydraulic lift, suddenly appearing in darkness above 15,000 people. Every single night, the crowd gasped when his spotlight hit. Gilmour described standing in pitch darkness, waiting for that moment, knowing what was about to happen, as one of the most powerful experiences of his life. Gilmour later called Comfortably Numb the last embers of his and Waters' ability to work together. Waters left Pink Floyd 5 years later. They did not speak for decades. The song that almost tore them apart became the song that eventually brought them back together. In July 2005, at the Live 8 concert in London, Pink Floyd performed together publicly for the first time in 25 years. The last song they played was Comfortably Numb. It was also the last song they ever played together.